What's up, everybody? It's Conger Live. We're back again with another TMNT Mutant Madness video. In today's video, we're getting an early look at the upcoming power mutation for next week. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content. Ninja kick that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts down below, and let's go get into it. Alright, as always, we take a look at the official Discord in their Channel 6 news. They give us a heads up as to what's coming. I know some people were speculating as to what might be coming, but here's the truth. Hunter Casey is on mutation. Interesting. Mutagen Man, oh snap, and Dirk Savage. So, very interesting theme here. I definitely understand Hunter Casey, Dirk Savage as like the hunters. Not sure how Mutant Man plays in, other than like all of these are very new heroes. So it's going to be an interesting week. Not everybody has access to all these heroes. Like, I don't have Dirk Savage yet. He is available in this season's pass, but I won't get him. You don't get him till the end of the season, basically once you get tier 100. So still got a ways to go to get that drive for him. So I will not be using Dirk Savage. I do have Hunter Casey and I do have Mutant Man, so I'll be checking those guys out this week. But right now, let's go take a look at their kits.
A few moments later.
Okay, here we are in the box, and we're going to take a look at Hunter Casey first, since he was the first one mentioned. Slayer Strike, gain defense and 100 armor for 2 seconds. Select an empty tile at range 5, move there, target all enemies in between, inflict negative 200 alertness for 2 seconds, target the last enemy in between, deal physical damage, deal extra damage to targets over 50 strength. Not bad. Targets, it looks like he's really good against ranged physical attackers, because he'll get back there and start doing some damage to him. It's prey sighted. It says target an enemy at range 3, inflict negative defense, inflict negative 50 armor for 8 seconds to targets above 50 armor, and gain 100 haste for 4 seconds. So this will also strip it down any physical defense they have, because he's a physical attacker. Will help him do more damage to those heroes, but of course there's the conditional of the above 50 armor. But really his haste there was really the nicest part, hopefully helping him get his special off more often. First passive is Monster Hunter. After attacking, gain defense, gain extra defense if the target was above 50 strength, gain plus 40 strength if above 0 defense, gain 40 extra strength if above 50% defense. After attacking, it doesn't say how long the 40 strength lasts. What? After attacking, gain 40 strength if above 0 defense. For how long? Does this stack until the end of the match? Oh my goodness. We're going to have to take a look at that, because if his strength after attacking just goes crazy up. Okay, no, that's what it is. Okay, it's a separate. There's a period. So he just gets 40 flat strength if he's above 0 defense. Otherwise, and he gains 40 extra strength if he's above 50% defense. So keeping his alertness up and his defense up will help him do more damage. Interesting. Or is it if the target is above? I think it's him. It's got to be him. Into the Jaws, gain 40 armor and haste per enemy at range 2. Okay, nice. If you can get him to 225, deal 27 extra damage per the target's strength. So yeah, being the monster hunter he goes against, you know, physical attacking, defensive, physical defense heroes. He kind of needs to mitigate that. I'm not sure who in the meta right now fits what he's after. Yeah, I just don't see this being the greatest kit for what we end up fighting often. Hope maybe he'll help kill Irma this week. Heavy Bolt, targets an enemy at range 4, deals physical damage, inflicts stun for 2 seconds, and negative 100 alertness for 6 seconds. So, you know, not the most amazing kit. His Hunter Crossbow is pretty cool. After attacking, gain 2 strength for 20 seconds. Whenever an enemy is knocked out, gain defense. So, the ability to stack a decent amount of strength with attacks, and the fact that he gets haste hopefully helps him get some strength so he can get some damage out there. And being a skirmisher, he's going to move around, so hopefully avoid getting blasted by Irma. Maybe he'll be able to do some enough damage to Irma on mutation. He can put her in position, zip behind her to take her out. I'm just not quite sure how that's going to work out. Next up is Mutant Man, and I haven't leveled him up yet, but I'm going to level him up now because we are going to definitely want to use him this next week. Yes. You know, as we're leveling this up, I'll take this time. Why not? There's been some talk about my acquisition of this character, which caused a lot of turmoil in the clan, because Dude Pants and I are in the same clan, and even though we had a conversation, there's apparently some miscommunication, some misunderstandings as to what was going to happen. I literally 110% expected him to not let me win. He expected me not to get in more points than he already had, so he wouldn't have to open more, which is where the miscommunication was, because he definitely told me good luck if I wanted to go for it, and I told him I probably wouldn't because I knew he could beat me. And if you watch the video where I open these, I made the decision, because I wanted to open my 5-star drives, to go ahead and just score as high as I could. I knew that he could beat me and that he was watching. He was watching. I even messaged him before it was over, not with a lot of time left, because I was surprised he wasn't opening his drives. And so he tried opening the drives just a little bit too late, and so that's why I won. And the other thing is, he talked about how I used the tool, the calculator that he built, to figure out if I could beat him or not. And while yes, I did use that tool, there was something that tool did not take into account, and that has to do with how many bits you get from your ad bonuses every single day. And I barely opened that extra, in the video, that extra 5-star, and I literally only won by 4 million points. If the bit calculator had taken those bits into account, I probably would not have gotten the extra 5-star opening, and I would not have been able to beat him. So there was a little bit of luck involved, and a little bit of him kind of dropping the ball because he was expecting me not to get more points. So Dude Pants, if for some reason you watch this, I'm super sorry. Hate to see you go. Anyone who is on Dude Pants' side of the argument, I hope you understand what's happened and that you don't hold it against me. After all, this is just a game, and the events that were built for Mutant Man were just not, and other new characters, the way they give us this, it's not, it doesn't feel good to the player base in general. Had a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people who've played the game a lot and have left the game, and these hero events, the release method, is definitely one major reason people leave the game, because it's not balanced at all. So the devs are not going to do anything about it. There's no new heroes coming out, so it's in the past. But I wanted to get that off my chest, let everybody know my perspective. But let's take a look at his kit now that we got him leveled up to 250. Select a line at range 4, target all enemies in it, inflict bunch of damage, decent, over 8 seconds, damage over time, long time there. Inflict extra damage to targets under 10 barrier, target all enemies at range 1 of targets, inflict slow for 3 seconds and negative 40 strength for 6 seconds. So not bad. Looks like he would do well against Hunter Casey, if people want to use him. I think Dirk is a blaster hero, so we'll have to take a look at his kit. Target enemy at range 3, deal physical damage. Target all enemies at range 1 of them. Inflict negative 40 will, barrier, and armor for 8 seconds. I like the negative will, negative barrier, negative armor. Inflict negative 30 extra will, barrier, and armor if the target is under 10 haste. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hunter Casey does, if you take him to 250, does strip 100 haste off to his target. So if you can combo those, especially against Irma, man, maybe they could combo and get rid of Irma. She's been a pain for quite a while now. Nerd Brain Power, first passive after attacking, gain defense if the target was under 10 barrier. Gain 5 haste for 30 seconds if the target was taking damage over time. And gain 5 strength for 30 seconds if the target was rooted or slowed. So he's got a bunch of ways he can gain stuff, defense, haste, and strength for all these different conditions. Now they're probably going to be taking damage over time because he does a decent amount of damage over time for a long period of time. Maybe nice to have other damage over time characters to get this to trigger, and then roots and slows. Not stuns though, roots and slows. So Finding ways of getting root and slow will definitely help that out. Under 10 barrier, pretty common, I think, so we'll see. His other passive, helping friends. After an enemy at range 1 attacks another ally, gain defense to that ally. Oh, give defense to that ally. Okay, nice. Enemy at range 1 attacks another ally. Okay, so if someone he's standing next to attacks another ally, interesting. Not great. Gain 15 strength and 25 strength for 5 seconds if the ally is under 50% health. So very, very conditional statement. And this range 1 is it range 1 of the ally he's attacking, or range 1 of himself? Because if it's the ally he's attacking, it's decent. If it's range 1 of him is attacking another ally, then chances are this is never going to proc, which is pretty sad. So I would hope it's range 1 of the ally he's targeting. Finally, punch to the guts. Gain 200 armor and barrier for 4 seconds. Target an enemy at range 1. Deal physical damage. Inflict stun for 2 seconds. So that's decent. Give him a lot of extra survivability. Deal a decent amount of damage and stun. For his piece of equipment, Bindex Canister, he gains +2 will per enemy at range 1. All slowed or rooted enemies get -30 alertness. Okay, so definitely wants to slow and root to trigger his other things and to remove their alertness. And then he gains 2 will per enemy at range 1, so that's a max of 10 if he's surrounded. Probably not going to be a whole lot, but every little bit of will really helps to get those specials off a lot faster. We can take a look at Dirk Savage. I do not have him unlocked, so we can't look at his equipment skill. I think I have a screenshot saved somewhere, but I'm not going to find it for this video. I don't remember it being super impressive. Laser trap, target an enemy at range 3, deal energy damage, inflict root for 5 seconds. So yeah, he's energy damage as I thought. So the root here that Dirk puts out is really going to help Mutagen Man. So if you have both, that's going to be there's going to be a good combos. I'm of course missing Dirk, so I'm going to have to find ways of rooting and slowing another way to get trigger the things on Mutagen Man. Inflict stun for 3 seconds. The target is stunned. Oh, yeah, extending the stun, that's great. Do the same for disarm, silence, and slow. Ooh, yeah, man, that's nasty. Inflict -1 haste per haste if the enemy has for 5 seconds. So it basically takes all their haste away for 5 seconds. Wow. Target enemy at range 3, deal energy damage, inflict -50 strength, and disarm, and root for 4 seconds. Wow. Inflict -100 extra strength and -150 focus for 4 seconds to targets without defense. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, he's really, like, neutralizing the amount of damage that the enemy can put out. Probably only one enemy at a time, but still. Gain 25 armor, haste, and focus per enemy within range 3. That is stunned. Yeah, wow. Giving him lots of survivability, but that focus and haste gives him some extra damage output as well. When attacking, gain defense if the target is stunned, disarm, bruise, load, time. Okay, but no damage over time bonuses for Dirk. So they have some synergy between him and Mutagen Man, but not a whole lot. We'll see. When attacking, negative defense and deal 8 damage to enemies at range 2 and within range 1 of the target. Okay, so it's like some splash damage. That's not bad. And inflict -3 barrier for 30 seconds to all targets. Oh, okay. So stacking the negative barrier here for 225. That's going to be really important. If you have Dirk Savage, you should have him at 4-star. So I'd definitely take him at least to 225. Double tap, target an enemy at range 3 and other enemy at range 1 of them. Deal energy damage to each target. Deal extra damage per status among stunned. Extra damage, yeah. Okay, so a lot of ways for Dirk Savage to just maximize with all these status effects. I see him being probably the biggest threat this week. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to ninja kick that like button, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next video.